I loved it. I thought it was a great game. That's the most emotion that we've had in a game, and I thought our team fed off the building, which was it was a fun game to be a part of for sure.
It says something about the group, particularly that second period when tensions were high. They handled it. They pushed back. They responded.
Yeah, I think there's always a fine line. Like we always want them to play with passion and emotion, and if they do it and they're able to stay on the right side of the line, that's awesome. And I thought tonight they did. They were really good, making sure that they didn't cross that line and put us in a bad spot. So I'm really pleased with how they handled themselves tonight.
I don't think Mackenzie Weegar was credited with an assist on either of those two goals, but obviously it was pretty heads-up passes to set them up. Just your thoughts on the work he did out there?
I thought Mackenzie was excellent, and I thought his partner was excellent tonight. Even the little thing, Mackenzie jumping in for backs, like that's the type of teammate that he is. And I thought this was one of his better nights that he's had all year. So I really like it when guys raise their level in important games. And even though it's December 31st, this was an important game for our team. And I'm pleased with the outcome too that came from it.
On that thread, Ryan, just how valuable has Nazem been in those late third periods where he seems like he scores frequently?
Well, to me, he's been valuable all year. You look at the 6 of those guys that we talked about a lot at the beginning of the year, haven't talked much about lately, but they've been the drivers of our team over the last little while. They really have. In our dressing room, on days off, practices and games, whatever the case may be, they've been the guys. So you kind of had a feeling as the game was going on, because I thought they were a little bit quiet early on. But sometimes when you look at Naz, you know something's going to happen. And that was a really big goal for us for sure, because we haven't scored a lot of goals off the rush this year, so it was nice to be able to get one like that.
Talk about the role Lomberg played in this forward meeting.
Full-on energy, and when a guy's willing to drop the gloves a couple times in the night, you don't see that anymore. So he is a special player for us for a lot of different reasons, as we know. The energy that he brings, he's always positive. He makes people around him feel really good, and he'll do anything for a teammate. So he did really well done on his part as well.
You've been around the game a while. Have you ever seen 5 guys in the penalty box at one point?
When I was younger. You don't often see it at this level, though.
So when you flip the calendar to January 1, you guys are in a playoff spot. So looking back on what you've done to this point, realizing there's still lots to do, how do you assess that?
We're happy with the way our game is trending. And maybe the most important thing for me is the players understand the style that we have to play. And they've really bought into it. And it's not an easy way to play, but they realize when they are playing that way and when they're not now, which is important for me. So it's turning not into a coach's message anymore. It's more about the players, which is a great thing. Okay. Happy New Year to everyone.